couple minutes, my cousin, I tell you the truth, my cousin had on weave it and up flying off. While the fella, he says, "Are you getting playing mad? Are you playing mad?" The fella pulled knife and thing for me. And well, we kind of braced a little bit, and then eventually the safety officers and I was coming. So when we were aware of that and we realized what side they were coming from, they're coming from this side, we decided to bust out on the next side because if the safety officers caught us, would have been carried down to the dean's room and then get suspended. So we bust through and going, right? Mind you, this thing, for those who now come in, this happened in 2009, right? October 2009 to be specific. And we went out to the washroom. Like my cousin, the one who was actually in the fight from first, she, not just her hair came out, but she was pretty much raffled from that fight because I mean it was two fellas from the crew that jumped out. And then her sister come in and then I was standing back there, right? Mind you, I was the main culprit that because everything that started the actual physical fight was because of me, right? I just keep getting this push from the enemy because back then, yes, Michelle was demon possessed. Even though back then I wouldn't really talk much about it. I was just going with the flow. Whatever I feel to do, I was just going with it. So when I went down into the washroom, I was there while I just couldn't stay in the washroom. I come back out and walk, and when I walk out, I see another fight break out, probably 3-4 fights. So then afterwards, I went back to the washroom to check on my cousins to see what's going on. Right? Because one of the girl who I just spoke about that my same cousin would have stamped up her face a year before, she came in to laugh at my cousin because of what happened. Right? So I walk back out and I tell my cousin that, I tell her like, it's like the devil does not care, boy. I just tell my cousin, I said we have to go back outside there because I don't know what I'm going to do next. And I said it was not a plan thing. I was just going with the flow, whatever pushing me, whatever comes to my mind, I just do it like a crazy person. So eventually my cousin came back out. It probably had about 5-6 fights after that fight. And that was the first time I ever see something. It was like the entire atmosphere. Those who know about God know about the spiritual warfare thing. The atmosphere was different after that first fight. It's like the devils and the evil spirit was just raised and active. I could have sensed it even though I was demon possessed. And the reason why is because yes, I grew up in a Christian home, a God-fearing home, so I knew certain things about the evil spirits and so for the principalities and powers and the thing. So what happened next is that we came back up and walking down the walkway to go back to where my cousin class is. The same fella who I would have told before I went upstairs if he was ready for me and he never answered me. He happened to be stopped in front of the door. So I walked straight up to him and people say like, Michelle, alright, and she but I walk up straight up to him. Yes, sister easy. I tell him, I say, you ready for me? Well, he didn't answer me still. Well, I just hit the fella one slap. After I hit him that slap, I walked a couple of feet away and I posed up on the window and just, feeling like, let's call it back then, feel like you're big and bad or whatever the case is. And then his friend had him started to tell him, mind you, this fella is probably like 3 years older than me, right? I was in Form 3, so I was more like a junior student. He is a senior student, right? And he's taller than me and everything, right? So I just stand up there, however. And his friend and I was like, you taking that? Well, Mr. Man, eventually after they chain up his head and thing, he came. He tried to come to me first, and then my cousin, the same one who was fighting first, she tried to block him off. I didn't see what happened, but she told me. I knew that this piece of her ears right here got cut off. I didn't know how it did. In the dean's room, I realized her ears was bleeding and stuff. But she said it was him who cut off her ears, like he had a blade, a razor, or some kind of blade, when she was trying to push him back from coming to me. So, that didn't work out, and then she leave him to come for me, and then he came for me and started to cuff me. It was this side of my face, right? So I cuffed me to my face. So he cuffed me once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. And when he's cuffing me, I'm in my head like, this fella not stopping, because I mean, even though I do my stupid I was the only thing I cared about that day was not getting suspended. I didn't mind getting the